I saw that I was about to react to Malenia from Elden Ring, and it haunts me.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb
What's going on, guys? I'm Joe Zija. I have been a voice actor in LA for 10 years and I own learnvoiceacting.com, and I'm here to talk about Malenia's performance in Elden Ring. Okay, so aside from me being bitter about how long it took me to beat this boss in Elden Ring, I'm not gonna carry that into my analysis of this very, very cool performance. Let's take a look. From Software's minimalist storytelling techniques make it very difficult for a voice actor to create an evocative performance, but it's a challenge that many of them rise to with such few storytelling beats.
I dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake.
Bruh.
As I awaited his return.
I think you probably need a handle on that sword. That looks like you really...
Heed my words.
I think OSHA would have an issue with this working environment.
I am Malenia, blade of...
God, it just, like, I swear, it's very triggering. Yeah, like the handle's right there. Why aren't you holding the handle? Okay, we're here to talk about the voice.
And I have never known defeat.
Oh, man. Okay. I feel like she should have like a water effect on her voice now. Like, God, this game is so hard. Oh, this is phase 2. Okay. Why did I pick this? I don't want to look at this, guys. Side note, Elden Ring's music is awesome.
The scarlet bloom flowers once more. You will witness true horror. Now, rot.
Damn, that's good. The thing about performances like this, Pippa Bennett-Warner, who's the actress that plays Malenia in this, you have a choice, right? As you're walking into the booth and you're like, well, I've only got like a couple lines. You could phone it in, right? It would be very easy to just be like, okay, be very ethereal about this. But she didn't. Notice, if you can, the subtle difference between the first part and after the second part. In this first part, listen to her primary emotion here is one of loss. She's talking about the things that happened to her in the past. And even though she's speaking to the protagonist here, your avatar, she's really speaking to herself. And you can tell that, right? Audience choice really matters in voice acting, because we can't do any of this stuff. We can't look at people with our eyes, right? We have to convey it through the microphone. So even though she's speaking to another person here, what she's really doing is reflecting in herself, and her performance reflects that. And that could be done, from a technical perspective in the way that she keeps it down. The idea of like, if you're talking to yourself, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to do XYZ. Like, I can't believe I'm about to get married. I can't believe I'm at my father's funeral. All those real things that we say to ourselves in life, she brings them to this in an authentic way, right? We hear that in our head. I can't believe what I've experienced. My past was rough. When we hear that in her voice.
My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted.
And there's a sadness here. And remember this.
Corpse after corpse left in my wake.
Not necessarily a positive thing, right? You could say that line 5 different ways. You could say it like an orc, corpse after corpse left in my wake. It was awesome. Or you can do it with, why did I do this? She's maybe totally conflicted about her past. We don't know. Elden Ring, again, the story is very minimalist. We're left to interpret a lot, and I'm not as steeped in the lore as I used to be with Elden Ring. There's definitely some Elden Ring person out there who's like, actually, but go with me here. We're talking about this raw performance.
As I awaited his return.
Longing. We've got 4 words there. She's got to incorporate longing into them. As I waited for his return.
Heed my words.
Now, the audience turned. You can hear that subtle difference, right? She's no longer talking to herself. She's talking to Elden Lord here.
Blade of Miquella, and I have never known defeat.
What a challenge in that, right? There was so much confidence in that. All that sadness and longing drops off. Even though, if you notice, she didn't do a lot different with her voice, right? It's not that she got louder. It's not that she got crazier. It's not like she gritted her teeth. It was a subtle shift that told you, hey, pay attention. I'm gonna kick your ass. And she really does. Now, listen to the difference in the way she approaches the second half. The sadness, the longing, the threat all drops off, and this is rage. Now, it's rage contained, right? Because we can have uncontained rage, which is wild and crazy and all over the place, but she does what I call putting a lid on it here, and it becomes very subtle and very cool. She wasn't kidding when she said she never knew defeat.
The scarlet bloom flowers once more.
It's still soft, right? That performance is still soft, but it's got an edge to it.
You will witness true horror. Now, rot.
2 words. Now, rot. You feel all that venom, all that anger in those 2 words. The idea that you need lots of words to tell a story is false. As actors, we find sometimes we use the script as a crutch, and it's really cool to see in a format like Elden Ring, where there's just not a lot of words, how you can convey that whole character's backstory in just a couple of words. Brava. If you want to get started on your voice acting career, I got a link for a free ebook on how to start voice acting today in the description below. And if you thought this was cool, if you like the idea of breaking down minimalist performance, I do another one on Malenia, who sounds disturbingly like Malenia and is also a little bit triggering, also from Elden Ring. Very different flavor, but very, very cool performance. I'll see you in the next one.